Well, hello friends. Welcome back to the channel. It is Angela, the traveling crafter, and we are going to gear up for lots of relaxation and happy crafting with something super, super easy that I hope you are going to enjoy. And all you're going to need is some paper or some things to draw on, some markers, possibly a pencil. And I have some watercolored markers. You could use watercolors, you could use acrylic, some type of paint. And that's all we're going to do, is use those things. Easy à peser. Well, let me tell you how this kind of started. Sometimes, on occasion, I like to doodle. And I oftentimes do so just to kind of relax and just get out of my head or refocus. In this case, we had storms, and as some of you know, we did have tornadoes here. We are all safe and sound, so it is okay. But I do a couple of things. I either craft, doodle, or I clean when I need something to distract me. So these were some doodles that these are some doodles that I did. These are some that I had, and then I had used some on one of the ATCs the other day. And I have it, I think, right here. I shouldn't have put it away, but I did. Let's see. Where is it? Oh, just on this little one. And it made me think, I don't know that we've ever done these doodle borders before. Have we? I don't think so. But that's what we're going to do. And I'm going to show you, I'll show you how to make them, but I'll also show you how to use them. Now, there's a couple ways you can do this. These are some that I did that have already been either I use markers or watercolors or whatever. These are some that I just did, and then we're going to make a few. And then I'm going to show you some applications, and you don't even really need to have paper. You can do it right on the piece that you want to work on. And I'll show you a couple of those too. So before we get started, I showed you the one, and this was from one that was on a sheet of paper. I cut it out and applied it to there. So that is one way that you can do it. Here's another one. These are just... this is watercolor marker. There's some splatters on there. And then these are this was a doodle that I just cut out and put on there. Here's another one. This is with a, what do you call that? Dewey Decimal System library card. Anyway, this was just a few scraps, and then I used this one on top of it. So those are all applied, if you will. Oh, I guess this one is one. I used the leftover and put it on there because I had it from this one. But the other thing that you can do is to embellish things like a flashcard or, any one of these things that we've got here with this border idea of doodling right on the item. So we're going to get at it, and a little less talking, a lot more action. Now, the reason I grabbed this piece of paper is because it was similar to these, and I had an aha moment when I was doing these, and that was that sometimes it's just easier if you've got just normal grid paper. I just happen to have this in my stash, so I used it. But normal grid paper works really well because it gives it some depth. You get a little bit more interest in it. And it also helps you to keep your line straight if you're not real well-versed at drawing a straight line. Do you have to have that? Absolutely not. But we're just going to do a couple on this, and then we'll paint a couple, and then we'll maybe do a couple on here and apply a couple. How about that? That's what we're going to do. So I would tell you that you just let the spirit move you. See, my line is not straight even when I'm following it. you can go as thin as you want or as thick as you want. The thing that you want to remember is, I'm going to do this one a little thicker. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. And then one, let's see, down here. Yeah, this is going to be a lot thicker. Be easier to cut out, won't it? And I don't mind that my line's not totally straight. In fact, I kind of like it that way. So, the thing that you just need to think about, do I want to do... Okay, we'll do it. I was trying to decide if I wanted to do a different marker. That kind of looks like hearts from this angle, but I was thinking more like flowers. Is not to overthink it. Now, just start doodling. Just start making things. Sometimes I will look for inspo. Maybe I'll go, I have some doodling books and, you know, some different things like that I have on hand. Well, I have them up in my office. They're with my planner and such. So, you know, I'll use those if I need inspiration. But from the mental mindset, just let your pen do the work. And one thing that I used to always say is just put your pen to your paper. You don't have to lift it up. You don't have to do any, just start doing something. Why is this? Oh, it's probably, that's why. I was like, why is this getting all crinkety? And, you know, I don't make very round circles. I remember when I was in kindergarten, I never made really round circles. And we'll just make some flowers out of this. We'll just make a couple. And we'll make them all go together. And perfection is not the key. No one else is going to look at, well, I mean, I suppose if you're sharing your art on social media, if you're selling your art, then maybe so. But there's something to be said about the whimsy of childlike doodling, if you will. And I've said this many times before, but there really is a lot to be said about throwing caution to the wind and getting out of your head and forgetting about the social norms that, oh, I'm not good enough artist. I can't draw. I can't paint. I can't do pottery, whatever it might be. Just do it. Just do it. Because like I said, everybody is an artist. In fact, I mean, you could even do something like this. I'm not into neurographic arts, but you know what? I used to do it all the time. You guys probably did too as kids. Do you remember just getting a piece of paper and just drawing lines and then coloring it in? That's what that is. Although there's more of a science to it, which I haven't really studied enough on. But why am I making my hearts like this? I never make my hearts like this. Well, I guess I am today. Oops. And just have a good time. Ooh, that's kind of... I mean, if you make a mistake, it's art. There's always a fix or a solution. There we go. Do we want to do any more? Let's see if I can do... Ugh. Well, you know what? I'm going to try to do some stars. But I'm going to do them instead of, you know, the normal way. I'm going to make them this way. So maybe I can color them in. Oh, that looks horrible. That's fine. It's whimsical. That's what we go with. Childlike delight in our artwork. Oh, well, I messed that up too. Okay, this one might not get used anywhere, but that's okay. And if I would, geez, they're only getting worse. If I'd take my time, they would probably be much better, but I'm not. And I don't know why I'm hurrying, because this isn't going to be a long video. But anyway, we're going to stop while we're ahead. We're getting behind. There we go. That's good. So now all we're going to do is just, like this, color things in and have a little fun with it and call it good. Now, I've got all of these over here. So, and of course I'm not starting with the top one, which you guys are probably going, why isn't she doing that? Oh, I know what I should have done here. Wait. I'm not worrying about if I'm in the lines. And I'm not using these, I'm not watering things down with this. I'm just doing it like that. And I think the white ones, or the yellow ones, I'm going to leave white. And what color should we do them? Maybe a different color of... Wait a minute. Maybe I'll do the orange ones yellows. There we go. And again, another thing. And I'm a total believer in color outside the lines. Remember? My mom always told us that. I told my kids that. Don't be afraid to color outside the lines. It's probably why I don't like coloring books. There we go. Done. That was easy. Now, this one that I wanted to look like leaves. Let's not make them red so it looks like hearts. How about we do... Let's do this light. We'll do them all the same color. And then I think we'll use like this foresty green that's over here. Oh, I have one that's even maybe darker. We'll try. That's going to drive me crazy. But I would just encourage you to give this a go. You know, if you carry, it's really easy for us. And I'm just as guilty, so I'm not preaching. I am, and I'm certainly not judging. But it's really easy for us, even if, I mean, I think about all the hours I spent at basketball, softball, baseball, cheer, and I would, what would I do? Well, most of the time I would use my phone or my iPad, and I'd pass the time doing that, or I'd work. But if you carry a notebook in your car or your, oh, I don't like that. That's more of a turquoisey green. And maybe we'll do this. Now that looks too much like what I just did. All right, well, guess what? We got watercolor, so we're going to mix it up. And instead, just grabbing that pen and a pad of paper and maybe looking out your windshield and drawing what you see right in front of you. Or, you know, just drawing some flowers or whatever it might be. And just have some fun with it. It is so relaxing. If you let yourself relax. Because when you start getting in your own head and thinking, that kind of looks like the Jolly Green Giant label, but whatever. It's when you you stymie yourself from being as creative and uninhibited, if you will, with what you want to accomplish. You know, I want to do this. Let's see what this color looks like. Oh, yeah. We're coloring it all in. You know what this reminds me, like, well, when I was in Cedar Rapids, I went to the Bohemian Village, and I went into an antique store. I forgot to go back and buy them, but they had these trims. Imagine The Sound of Music and like the oh gosh, what are they called? Well, I'm just gonna call them suspenders. That's not what they're called. Lederhosen? No, what are they? Anyway, you know, with the kind of pretty embroidery designs in them. That. And that's what this reminds me of. I'm just going to see if I can lighten this up a little bit. Do I have any water left? There's some over here. But look at just how fun this could be. I know I should probably do this one, but it's not my favorite, so I'm not. I'm not doing it. And we're going to do this all different colors. This is very childlike, isn't it? Just like the rainbow. But yeah, sometimes you just gotta relax. Relax. Okay, it's not like I'm running out of colors here. What do we got? Let's do a dark orange. How about a red? How about a red? Anybody red? This reminds me of the Grateful Dead. Is it the Grateful Dead? Yeah. With the dancing teddy bears? Yes. It is. It is. It is. Dave and I had a night the other night. We sat on the deck. And we ended up sitting out there till like, I think it was 1 in the morning. And we had no idea it was that late. Oh, that's neon. Like Dave would play a song and then I would try to figure it out, or vice versa, or we'd play some of our favorites. We had a ball. It's the simple things. Red, white, blue. Red. I think I have something else that's white, blue. Okay, perfect. That's red and white and blue, don't I? Oh yeah, those little America. Done. And like I said, don't worry if you get outside the lines because it's not going to matter. So that is one way to do what I just did. Now, the ones that I made are a little bit wider than the ones I've made in the past and the ones that I have that I showed you. But there's nothing wrong with that. With this, I kiss cut. I don't get too crazy about, because for one thing, I don't like to. And second of all, having less little ins and outs and nicks and notches makes it much easier. All right, so I'm just going to cut these two out. And then we'll make some on the... Yikes. I just thought, if I was doing this and did it, when I actually felt like mentally I needed a little break, you might want a little break too. And it's not always, I love to do tutorials, and I know this is technically probably a tutorial, but, it doesn't have to be something complex. Now, let's do something here. And I do have my heat gun just in case we needed it, which I think we might. Well, you all know how much I love pink and orange and yellow. So we're just going to I'm going to show you just a couple easy things that you can do with your watercolor markers. And maybe this will inspire you to, if you don't like to do watercolor painting, watercolor markers are great. They're also, I take these on the road with me all the time. Easily transportable. Okay, let's see how far we get here. Where's my, ooh, I shouldn't do that. That was wet right there. I have green on here. Let's see. There we go. So they're easy to take on the road, and they're compact. They don't, they're, you know, something you can do in the, I should have probably done some wet on wet instead of made it all brush strokey, but we can fix it. I don't really like this. Can I just tell you the truth? Naked truth. I don't really like it, but we're going to fix it. See what I'm saying? And then it'll look like we intended to do that. I feel like this isn't very wet up here. Now, if you don't know and you've never used a water brush, there's water inside of here, and you just squeeze on it and then the water comes out. That's where I'm getting that extra. I just want to make sure all of it was wet before I start putting more stuff on it. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to dry this. Close your ears if you don't like the loud noise. It's a little loud. I can always not use that daisy on there too. All right, I didn't do it really dry, but now we're just going to hit a couple of spots up here, maybe a little bit down here, and we're going to use this yellow just to kind of blend it. That's not the neon one, but boy, does it look like it is, doesn't it? See, and then some of this will turn orange, and it's all good. Okay, not my best work ever, but that's okay. We're going to pop that on it, and it's going to look cuter than a bug's ear. And then we're done. And then I'm going to show you. Now, don't do as I do. Do as I say, not as I do. And you probably want it to dry a little bit more than I am. But, and now that's really simple. I didn't do anything extra with it. I just slapped that baby on there. Done. This one, I don't know that I'm going to use for any of these because I only have, and I guess we could do, I don't really like that. I want to use it sideways. I'm going to save this one. But let's do something with this. Let's do something with this one. Now, this side of this Flip 5 game is slick. This one is not. But I really, on the, excuse me, on these playing card type things, I really like the idea of, and we're going to do this one a little different, of the bubbles. I don't know why. I just kind of do. And I'm just going to go on this corner. Just right to there. And I'm going to go down here in this corner. Boy, I hope you guys are on screen. I didn't even look. Oh, yes. Faux show. Just in the corners to kind of frame either side. And then we're just going to do little bubbles. I mean, I don't know. I really like doing these bubbles. There we go. That was done just like that. And then we just color it in. And I think I'm going to do the same thing kind of like I did on this because I like the primaries on it. I have the hiccups. Ruh-roh. let's put this back on. I've lost another, excuse me, cap to my glue. I don't know. Who knows? Red, green. And purple. I wish I had a lavender. And I think we need another yellow here, maybe there. And how about another orange? Throw in another color. That's the last one I got there right now. Isn't that cute? So easy. I don't know that we're going to do this one today. Well, maybe we will. No. That's still kind of slick. I'm not going to use this one. I need one more color here. That's not really a bubble, but there you go. Just a little extra oomph, a little extra pep in this step. What do I have that I have already made that I can use here? Oh, those cameras would be cute on there, wouldn't they? But I haven't painted, I haven't done those yet. What if we use this one? And we'll just cut this out. And then I have some of these in with my washi tape. That's where I keep them. It's just easier. And then I just grab them out when I need them. So all of those will go. Well, I'll finish the ones that I didn't color. Well, what am I doing? Oh, see, that looks so cute, just like that, doesn't it? Let's see if I have any. What do I have in here for scrapolas? I just used all my scraps, so probably not a lot. But maybe have one of these zip strips that would coordinate. Anything? Anything? Bueller? Ooh! This might work. But it's about the same size. I should take all these zip strips and put them in with my washi too. Nah, that doesn't look that great. But I'll put it over there so we can use it. What else do I have? Come on now. I put everything together. Oh, here. We got some old. Use some of this. I'm just ripping it off of here. This will last like this for about a day. And then it'll all be mixed up. But I did do something different with my, I have those little bags, you know, that would go, the ones I showed you that my grandma and I made. And they're just cloth bags with a really huge washer for the weight. And you're supposed to lay them on the side of your counter and then you put your garbage or your scraps or whatever in it. Well, I have two of them. And I had been using one for garbage and one for my scraps. Well, my big garbage is right underneath me. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to use kind of my go-to scraps that I just organized that you saw and put those in one bag. And then all the scraps that I will need to make a collage or do something with, I'll put those in the other one. So far, it's worked great. So there, we have it. Now, I would probably put, oh, I know what else I could put. Let's see. Got a ticket. I got a ticket to ride. Oh, yeah. Let's see, do I have any others that match that? I just had these from another project. Yellow. Yeah. Okay. That's fine. There's something else probably would look cute on there too, but you know what? I don't have the something else in front of me, so I will wait. And I'll put it in my needs a little something ephemera. Did I get that all? No. There we go. I don't know. I just think this is a, you know, it's like making your own washi tape out of doodles. Easy peasy. You know, it's going to drive me nuts to have just that there. Let's see. Oh, that one's not quite right. I was going to say I could put one of those. I'm just looking at all my little scraps here, though. See what I have. Sally is big. These are all from my last. Nothing there. Come on, come to mama. There's got to be something in here. He's got a ticket to ride. I'm going to have that song. He's got a ticket to ride. You know I make it up half the words because I don't know. What's in here? What's in here? Oh! Yeah! I'll use one of my words from my digis. But we need to cut it down a little bit. We don't need all that extra stuff on there. Perfect. It's got the peach, or the orange, and the... No, it does not have orange in it. Turquoise, that would be the right one. So I hope this inspired you to give it a go, or if nothing else, to pop in a notebook and some markers or colored pencils or something into your bag or your car, your travel and crafts, and have a go at it. I mean, man, imagine, where are that string? Wow. Imagine the things that you could accomplish on a couple-hour road trip. Heck, you'd have handmade washi / stickers / borders for eons. There we go. Nothing fancy, just kind of cute. Now, I had all those other pretty colors out for another project, and I put them all away, but that would have been better instead of using boring old brown vintage photo. But there we go. Good enough. Ta-da, ta-did. So with a few easy tools, you too can create some amazing pieces in very, very little time. So I hope you will give it a go, give it a try. Let me know if you have questions. Let me know what you like best. And of course, your ideas. I always love your ideas. So friends, until next time, remember to take time to just be. We'll see you soon. Cheers.